Hi, my name's Fallon, and I'm here today with Chegg Tutors to talk to you about the concept of norms. So basically what a norm is a social expectation that guides behavior in a certain culture. Norms change across cultures and within social groups, but most mainstream culture has norms that everyone is expected to follow. These norms are used by sociologists to help explain why people act the way they do in certain situations. There are four types of norms. There are folkways, mores, taboos, and laws. So the first type of norm, a folkway, is socially approved but not necessarily morally significant. So think of these as the little kinds of things that you feel like you're expected to do, but if you don't do them, it's not the end of the world. An example of this would be burping at the dinner table. Not really socially acceptable, but nobody's going to send you to jail for it. The next type of norm is called a more. Mores are socially significant and morally significant and very important to the culture. Think of these as the things that you know that you're expected to do, but these ones are much more significant than the folkways, and sometimes they're so important they're even made into laws, which we'll get to in a minute. But mores, if you violate a more, you are a lot more likely to experience social setbacks because of it. You'll either be punished by your parents or punished by your school, or maybe your friends won't talk to you for a little while. Mores are socially and morally significant in a culture. An example of a more would be not being publicly nude in the United States. That is an example of a norm that is not necessarily the same across all cultures and all parts of the world, but in the US, public nudity anywhere is really not acceptable. The third kind of norm is called a taboo. Taboos are absolutely forbidden, very socially and morally significant, and if you break a taboo, you're going to have significant repercussions. You might go to jail, you will definitely have issues in your social life, you might lose friends, you might be kicked out of your family or your house, you might lose your job, you might experience any number of very serious repercussions. An example of a taboo, would be incest in the United States culture. Incest is completely unacceptable in the US culture, and it's illegal, so it's an especially bad taboo to break, but it's one of those things, one of those norms, where if you break it, you're going to experience severe social consequences. The fourth type of norm is a law. This is a norm that has become a formal rule backed by the government. An example of this would be stealing. Nearly all taboos and some mores are made into laws, and laws may be socially significant or they may not. Like jaywalking is technically illegal, but that's not particularly socially significant. But stealing, rape, murder, all of these things are socially significant laws that if you violate, not only will you have a criminal proceeding because of it, you will have social repercussions that are severe. Members of a culture must conform to its norms in order for the culture to continue to exist and function. So every norm has to have some sort of value or belief system behind it that can help convince the people of that culture to follow that norm. So to sum up, norms are social expectations that guide behavior in certain cultures. They change across cultures, and the four types of norms are folkways, mores, taboos, and laws. If you have any extra questions or need any help, please don't hesitate to contact me or another Chegg tutor. Thanks for watching.